all, again, thank you to all of you for being with us again today. Okay, and the title of the series today would be on lightning and you. Okay, this is actually a something like a continuation of our first webinar series. Okay, so in case if you have missed our first webinar, you can go and check it out at this YouTube link. Okay, so this has happened. This was recorded, I think, live last Saturday. Okay. All right. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our official YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. Okay, to receive latest updates on what are the webinars, what are the workshops that we have installed for you. Okay. All right. So let us start with a video. All right. If you could not hear the audio, I think it is okay. But I'm just gonna walk you through. Okay. I think I don't even need to explain to you the reason why I'm playing this video. Okay. It is totally related to the topic of today. Okay. So you can see someone is fishing, and because of a lightning shock nearby, he got kind of shocked and thrown off. And here is another close shot. Okay. This is also quite a close call, right? So you can see that lightning strikes everywhere. Okay, it doesn't choose. Okay, striking the power lines, near your house. Again, striking the power line. Striking the tree, and if your car is parked right under the tree, you will be very unlucky. So you can see how dangerous the lightning is. Actually, this is a very unadvisable act. Okay, going after a lightning. Later I'll share with you some of the don'ts that you shouldn't do when there is lightning. You have missed our Okay, so I think this video is about 10 minutes long. Okay, so I don't think I will need to play the whole video, but the point here is I think you and I know that lightning is indeed fascinating, but it is also dangerous. Okay, so if you would like to replay the video that I have played just now, okay, you can go to this link. You can go to this, or you can go to YouTube and you type this lightning strike compilation 2020. Okay, and you can click on it and watch it. So the video is sourced from there. Okay, so yeah, so that is a little bit of introduction to our topic of today, which is what is lightning. Okay, yeah, just to have some interaction. Okay, what is lightning to you? I mean, what do you think a lightning is to you? Maybe you can post some comments there. Okay, what do you think is lightning? I mean, what is the meaning of lightning to you? Have you actually encountered lightning before in real life? Have you actually seen one before, right in front of your eyes? Okay. Anyone would like to share your experience or whatnot? Okay, you can drop a comment on our Facebook as well as on the YouTube channel, right? Share with us your experience. Okay, but to keep it short, okay, lightning is actually a natural electrostatic discharge. It is a form of electricity. Okay, if you want to know more about what is electricity as a whole, feel free to replay our video last week. Okay, so it is actually a natural form of electricity. Okay, it is not man-made. Okay, the power that you get at your home is not nature. It's not by nature. It is man-made. Okay, but the electricity that you can draw, that you can get in the form of a lightning, this is actually from Mother Nature. Okay, it is actually a natural electrostatic discharge between two electrically charged regions in the atmosphere or the ground. Okay, later I will explain more on why there has to be a ground and why there has to be the atmosphere. Okay, so maybe to most of you, you may think that lightning is just a strike, okay, a flash of light coming from the cloud all the way to the ground. Okay, that is what I think I would say 90% of us think. But actually, the truth is, lightning is much more than that. Okay, it can happen within the same cloud. Okay, in fact, you can observe this. Okay, it can happen within the same cloud, or from one cloud to another cloud, or of course from cloud to ground. You can actually observe this yourself. I mean, the intra-cloud lightning. Okay, if you happen to from time to time look up to the sky, sometimes you may see that there are flashes. But the thing is that the flash, the lightning flash, doesn't come down to the ground. It only flashes up in the sky, in the cloud. So that is also actually considered as a form of lightning. Okay, so that is something that I want you all to take note of. All right. But of course, there is one more thing that you may not be aware of, which is some lightning, okay, they don't come from the cloud. In fact, they come from an object on the ground and shoot back up to the earth, to the atmosphere. So that is what we call as the upward flash, right? Okay, so what we are very familiar with is the downward flash, okay, which the video I played just now shows. Okay, a lot of them are downward flashes. That means they come from the ground, from the cloud, okay, and then they strike the ground. But take note, there are also what we call as the upward flashes. I have a video later to play, okay, to show you what is this about. Okay, so that is what a lightning is in general. Okay, so I mean, this is just a brief recap. Okay, if you have missed our video last Saturday, okay, you can replay it. Basically, in that video, we were talking about what is electricity, and in fact, electricity comes from charge. Okay, and lightning is actually a form of electricity, but it is by nature, right? Speaking of charge, right? So this is how lightning is formed. Okay, in a very brief manner. So you have the cloud. Okay, you have the cloud, and in this cloud, okay, you will have some charge, okay, being accumulated. Okay, and as it accumulates, okay, it will increase the electric field strength, okay, surrounding the cloud. And when the electric field strength exceeds the electric field strength of the air, okay, then that is where you will have this channel of charge, okay, being slowly formed. So as the channel goes approaching to the earth, okay, then any object on earth may actually send an upward leader, an upward sort of channel to try to answer, to try to meet the downward channel of the charge sent from the cloud. Okay, and when the downward channel and the upward channel meets, that is where you have a complete path for the charge to flow, for a huge amount of charge to flow. And that is when we call a lightning being successfully formed. Okay, so now the object on earth, okay, it could be any object. It could be a tree, it could be a building, okay, it could even be you, right? It could even be you. Okay, you might be having the misconception that lightning always strike the tallest object, but actually that is not necessarily true. Okay, even if you are not the tallest object, you will still have a certain probability to be struck by lightning. Okay, so that is another probably misconception that you may have about lightning. Okay, all right, so that is a little bit on lightning. Okay, now, do you think that lightning is a very powerful event? If you think that lightning is a very powerful event, can you please drop a yes? Or if you think that lightning is just a very weak kind of electrical flash, you can type no. Okay, just let me know your thoughts. Okay, but I can share with you that lightning is by no means a weak form of electrical flash. Okay, why is that so? Because you all know that air, okay, the air surrounding us is actually, okay, the air, the layer of air that is surrounding us, they are actually a very strong insulator. Okay, now what is an insulator? An insulator will actually do its best to block any flow of charge or current. Okay, so you can imagine air is a very strong insulation. Okay, and from the cloud to the ground usually is about 6 km, right? 6 kilometer thickness, or rather the separation distance. So for any form of discharge to puncture through 6 kilometer thick of air, thickness of air, you can imagine how much charge it needs to accumulate so that it builds up a very strong and powerful electric field to burst through this thick layer of air. So that is why lightning is actually a very high current event, and it is very, very damaging and also very dangerous. Okay, so that is a little bit about the formation of lightning. All right, if you have any question, okay, you can just drop at the comment, okay, and we will come back to you shortly. Right. So now I'm going to share with you some of the forms, okay, the different forms of lightning. Okay, I mentioned to you, sometimes if you look up the sky, you see a lot of clouds and you see flashes in the cloud. So that is what we call as an intra-cloud lightning. Okay, you see, under normal circumstances, you can't even see the cloud because it's dark, it's pitch dark. But now you can see that there are flashes of lights because of the intra-cloud lightning. Okay, this is one form. Okay, the other form would be ground to cloud lightning. All right, so we are very familiar with cloud to ground lightning. That is what we see like maybe almost on a weekly basis in Malaysia. Because for your info, Malaysia is one of the top 5 countries in the world, okay, in terms of the lightning flash density. Okay, we are definitely top 5, I would say. Okay, so that is why we get a lot of lightning. Okay, if you feel that lightning strike is just normal, okay, you try to go to Europe, then you will appreciate lightning more, because in Europe you don't have as many lightning as us in Malaysia. Okay, so I'm going to show you, all right, what is ground to cloud lightning. Okay, so let's see. Okay, you just observe this video. Can you see that the lightning is actually coming from the ground to the cloud? Can you see that? You see? So the lightning actually originates from an object on the ground and then ends at the somewhere in the air. So this is a ground to cloud lightning. Okay, so it happens. This is for real. Okay, in fact, this is quite common with very tall objects, such as the Burj Khalifa. You know, the world's tallest buildings. Okay, usually these kind of buildings, because they are so tall, so they usually there is a higher chance for them to initiate this ground to cloud lightning. Okay, so if you happen to see one, okay, you are lucky, right? Please appreciate this phenomenon. Okay, so ground to cloud, that means from ground to cloud. Okay, instead of from cloud to ground, we have ground to cloud lightning. Okay, if you would like to replay the video, I have shared the link here. Okay, you can search this title, all right, and you can watch the about 2 minutes length video. Okay, so that is ground to cloud lightning, or we can call it upward lightning, all right? Upward lightning. But as I mentioned to you, there is a higher probability of downward lightning compared to upward lightning. All right. Another one, cloud to air lightning. Okay, so as the term implies, this kind of lightning, okay, it starts from the cloud, okay, but it just couldn't find a complete path to the ground. Okay, it just, moving around and then eventually fizzles off somewhere in midair. Okay, so this is cloud to air lightning. That means it cannot find a complete path to the ground. Okay, and then we also have intercloud lightning. Okay, from one cloud to another cloud. Okay, so of course, last but not least, the one that we are most familiar with, which is the cloud to ground lightning. This shot was taken by a photographer in Malaysia. All right, you can see that this is a beautiful shot. Okay, he managed to capture at the precisely the exact moment when a lightning, okay, strikes the KL tower. Right, this is in Malaysia. This is in KL. You see the Petronas Twin Tower, and this is the KL Tower. Okay, so this is something that we are more familiar with. Okay, I'm sure all of us know what a cloud to ground lightning is. But what I've introduced to you in the previous slides, it might be something new to you. Okay. Another type of lightning, all right, we call it as the ball lightning. Okay, ball lightning. So let's see what is this, huh? Let's see what is this. Okay, can you see my video? Can you see my video now? Okay, let me come back. What about now? Still no. Okay, let me. Is it? Okay. Hold on. Let us fix this issue. Sorry for the technicality. Can you see my screen now? What about now? Sure. Okay, let me go up to speed. Okay, are you able to see it now? Okay, great. Yep, sorry for the technicality. Okay. Okay, so let's come back to the ball lightning, right? So you can see that actually this phenomenon, the scientists actually still could not really explain. Okay, but they just managed to say that this is actually lightning in the form of a ball, and they call it as a ball lightning. Okay, so this is another interesting and fascinating form of lightning. Okay. Right. So to recap, we have downward lightning, we have upward lightning, we have intra-cloud lightning, we have inter-cloud lightning, we have ball lightning, and we also have some lightning which just simply fizzle off in mid-air. Okay. So if you would like to replay the video, you can search this title and you can click the, or you can open this link. All right. So probably later when we post this video, okay, we will also post these links so that it's easier for you to navigate. All right. Okay. So one question that you might want to ask yourself is, I told you that lightning is by nature, right? It's an act of nature, right? If you can recall, I did mention to you lightning is an act of nature. But can we, can we trigger lightning to strike? Okay, can we cause the lightning to strike when we want, whenever we want? Okay, that is the question that this video would be able to explain to you. Okay. Okay, in case if things are happening too fast, let me explain to you. Okay, this is actually a rocket-triggered lightning research. Okay, I think this was done in University of Florida in US. So what they did was they fire a mini rocket. Okay, they fire a mini rocket. Can you see there's a projectile being launched upward, and this projectile is actually Earth. Okay, it is actually connected to the ground via a wire, and shoots up, and eventually it can actually trigger a lightning to strike that object and gets terminated through the wire to the ground. Okay, so this is so the answer to this question is yes, it is possible, okay, for you to trigger a lightning to strike. Okay, so I think this is pretty interesting, and if you would like to watch the video, okay, I have also shared the link here, and or you can search for this title, all right, rocket sparks lightning bolt, and video shows it. Okay, so you can watch it for yourself, right? In fact, this rocket triggered lightning is actually a kind of an experiment, okay, for a scientist, okay, for lightning scientists, specialists to understand the formation of lightning better. Okay, to be very frank with you, even until today, people still could not 100% understand, okay, what exactly is lightning. Okay, currently we just understand a little bit here and there, and we try to piece the information together to try to paint the actual picture, but there are still many missing puzzles. So which is why certain countries, okay, they actually invested heavily, okay, on this lightning research so that we can better understand this act of nature. Okay. All right. So after going through telling you about what a lightning is, okay, so now probably we can answer some of the pop quizzes, okay, some of the things that maybe you might be wondering, okay. So the first question is lightning hot? Okay, do you think lightning is hot? Okay, if you think that it is hot, okay, you can type hot. Okay, if you think it is cold, you can just say type cold. Okay, right? If you think you don't know, you can just take a guess lah, right? So you may think that lightning is just something which happens within the blink of an eye, right? Maybe within less than 1 second. So how much heat can it bring? Okay, it's such a short for such a short and transient kind of activity, right? So my answer to this question, of course, you can Google it, right? You can Google it, you can Wikipedia it, but I can tell you that even for that very short moment, okay, the temperature of the lightning channel, I told you, right? For lightning to happen, a channel needs to be formed, right? So that the temperature at which the channel is first formed, it can reach up to 9 times the surface temperature of the sun. Okay, surface temperature, not the core. Okay, so you can imagine like the surface temperature of the sun is maybe close to 6,000 Kelvin, right? So that lightning channel for that very brief instance, okay, it can be as hot as 9 times the surface temperature of the sun. But this is just for a very, very short while. So that is why just now I asked you, right, whether lightning is a powerful event or not. Okay, I would say lightning is a powerful event, but if you think that it is so powerful, why can't we just harvest the energy of lightning and power our houses? Okay, you might be having this question in your mind, or you might have stumbled upon this so-called technology when you are surfing online. Okay, but the thing is that lightning is a powerful event, but it is not an energetic event, right? It doesn't carry a lot of energy because one lightning flash would only last like in the range of milliseconds. Okay, it's just for a very short while. And you know that energy is equals to power multiplied by the time. So because of this very minuscule kind of duration of the lightning, that is why it doesn't make practical sense to actually try to harvest the energy of lightning. Okay, so I hope that clarifies another possible myth that you may have with regards to lightning. Okay. Okay, but so that's why you see the remark there. Okay, only for a very, very short while. Right? It's not like the sun. The sun is always there for us. Okay, 24/7. It is always that hot. Right? Okay. Next question. Is lightning fast? Right? For this, do you think it is fast? Do you think lightning is fast? If you think it is fast, you can type yes. I'm expecting to see many yeses, right? Because the moment we blink our eyes, the lightning is gone. Usually it's like that, right? But the question is, how fast is lightning? Okay. The question is, how fast is lightning? So what is this? What is this? What do you see here? Okay, what can you picture out of this? What can you visualize? What do you see? Okay, if you watch Star Wars, maybe you might be, oh, this is when the spaceship makes the time jump or the space jump, right? So it is at the speed of light, right? But of course, lightning is not as fast as that. It is, you take the speed of light, which is what, 300 million meter per second. Okay, you take that number, you divide by 3. Okay, you take the number, you divide by 3. That would be roughly how fast a lightning is, which is still very fast. Okay. Right. Next question that you may be curious about, right? Do we get a lot of lightning every year? Okay. Now, just now I did mention to you, we do get a lot of lightning in Malaysia, right? But how much? How many? And this question that I pose here, the we, okay, the we here, I'm not just referring to Malaysians, I'm referring to the whole world. Okay, everyone which lives in this planet called Earth, okay, do we get a lot of lightning every year? What do you think? Do you think we get a lot, or do you think that only Malaysia we get a lot, but Europe we get very little, so ends up the average is just not many? So do you think we get a lot, many, or if you think it's a lot, you type many, okay? If it is not a lot, you type few, right? But, okay, the answer is, okay, I'll show you the answer and I think you can judge for yourself whether it is a lot or whether it is very little. Okay, so roughly, okay, approximately how many lightning we get every year? We get 2, 0, 0, 0, 2,000? No. Okay, you see a comma there, right? So let's continue. 0, another 0, another 0. Oh, another comma. So that means it's not just 2 million, right? So it is actually about 2 billion lightning strikes every year on Earth. Okay, that the research scientists managed to capture, managed to observe, okay, managed to measure. So is this a lot? I think you can judge for yourself, okay? But this is just a rough number, okay? It may fluctuate from year to year because the formation of lightning, it depends on many externalities, okay, such as the air temperature, the humidity, okay, and so on. All right, so here you go. We answered another question, right, that you may have in your mind, right? So let's proceed. Okay, this question, is lightning dangerous? I think I have already repeated this answer many times when we first played our first video, right? You see, people getting shocked, I mean getting terrified, not shocked, okay, getting terrified by lightning striking nearby, okay, whether they are fishing in the middle of the sea or even outside their house, okay, so I think you know the answer, right? If you think the lightning is dangerous, you can type a yes there. If no, if you think lightning is not dangerous, you can also type no there, right? It's a free world. But I'm going to show you some of the evidence, all right? I didn't make up the statement that lightning is dangerous, okay? You can see it for yourself. These are some of the cutouts from the news online that you can search, okay? If you don't believe me, you can type 10 children killed by lightning strike while sheltering at football pitch. You can Google it, and then you'll be able to see this kind of tragic news. Okay, so not only this, you see poor little cows, okay, lying dead near a tree because of lightning hitting the tree. Okay, so what else? Man struck dead by lightning after football match. Okay, in fact, if you happen to read news, okay, I think somewhere 2 years or even a couple of years back, okay, from time to time you see this kind of sad news happening in Malaysia, right? A group of school children, school kids, they were playing football, okay, suddenly there is thunderstorm, and they have nowhere to hide, they have nowhere to seek shelter, they go and hide under the tree, which is the worst thing to do. Okay, which is the worst thing to do. Okay, later I will share with you what you should not do when lightning happens, when thunderstorm is there. Okay, and as the result, there were casualties. Okay, there were casualties, and yeah, you can just go to the star online or whatnot. You can just type, okay, lightning hazard, okay, in Malaysia. You can get some of these sad news, right? Okay, for the benefit of both those of you who are still here, if you would like to get your e-cert, okay, as a mark of you attending to this webinar, you can go to the comment there, and there's a link posted there. You can go and register yourself, okay, to get the e-cert after this webinar. Okay, so is lightning dangerous? I think yes. Okay, people died. Okay, even livestock also died because of this. Okay, and you can imagine if you are the owner of these cows or the goats, right? You can imagine how sad you will feel, right? Okay, how much money you have lost because of this, right? And human life is also at stake if you do not take the proper precaution when lightning comes. Okay, so the next question that we might want to answer is, how can lightning harm us? Right? You have been, I mean, for the past 40 odd minutes, I've been telling you that lightning is dangerous. Okay, it can harm us, right? But how? Okay, here is where I'm going to share with you. Okay, these are a few possible mechanisms at which lightning can actually harm us, right? The first one, okay, which is whereby, okay, you are having a good time, enjoying your fun time, jogging in the park, okay, in the rain, there's thunderstorm, and in the case that you are severely unlucky, you may get a direct strike. Okay, this is especially true when you are in an open area and you are the tallest object there. Okay, so, but of course, the chances of direct strike hitting you is very, very rare. Okay, but there is still a risk there, right? So this is one way. The second way is contact voltage. That means you are touching an electrical conductor, let's say any metal pipes or any steel rails, okay, and that steel rail happens to be struck by lightning at a distance away. But because the steel rail, the steel bar is a conductor, so the lightning can also come to you and go through your body, go to the ground. Okay, so that is B. Okay, you have direct strike, you have touch potential. Potential here means voltage, the potential difference. Right? Third possible scenario, this I would say is more common. Right? Thunderstorm comes, you have nowhere to hide, you have nowhere to run to. You see a tree. You may think that the tree is taller than you, so the tree can protect you. But that is actually disastrous. If you do that, it is highly disastrous because, first of all, the tree is a very poor conductor, right? The tree itself, the woods, they are very, very poor electrical conductor. So as the result, okay, lightning, when it comes down to the earth, right, they like to choose the path of the least resistance, or rather the least impedance. Okay, so if you happen to be in the close vicinity of a tree, Okay, chances are the lightning current will come to the tree, but because the lightning current finds that the tree is such a good insulator and it's very hard for the lightning current to flow through the tree. So that's why they will try to find an easier way to the ground, which is through you. So that's the risk that you will take if you are hiding under the tree during thunderstorms. Okay, there will be sight flashing, right? So this is the one that I would strongly recommend to the listeners here, the viewers here. Never ever do this, right? Another one, step potential injuries. Okay, this is more severe for four-legged animals such as cow. Okay, step potential means what? It means there is a potential difference from your left leg, between your left leg and your right leg. And as the result, lightning current will flow, okay, from your left leg up to your body, okay, goes through your heart and then goes back down to the right, to your right leg. Okay, especially if you are in an open area. So that is the risk that you will be exposed to. Okay, and E would be an upward streamer injury. Again, this is highly unlikely, but it can still happen. Okay, what if you are standing at the hilltop, okay, or at the tower top of the tower, okay, you are, you know, watching a very nice, beautiful view around you, okay, looking down, and you happen to be the tallest point. So there might be chance that you might initiate an upward streamer, an upward lightning. Okay, so these are the possible mechanisms that may harm us. Okay, take note, right? Please take note. Okay, so from how can lightning harm us, let us try to figure out, so how can I stay safe from lightning? Right, the next question to answer. How can I stay safe from lightning? Okay, so what do you think? What do you think we should do? I mean, when there is lightning, to stay safe? Okay, I think you may have heard already what I have shared just now. Okay, but I'm going to list it down. Right, first, avoid open areas during when there is thunderstorm. Okay, don't be in an open area when there is thunderstorm, when you see that, you know, there are dark clouds coming and then raining and then you hear thunderstorm. So don't go and expose yourself. Right, avoid open areas. Second, stay away from isolated tall objects. Stay away from the trees. Okay, please stay away from the trees. And get inside a safe building or a vehicle. Okay, if you are driving, all right, just stay in your vehicle. Okay, if you are in a building, just stay inside the building until the thunderstorm is over. Right, so yeah, so only three. Okay, you just need to remember these three. Okay, and you should be safe from lightning. Okay, of course there might be other more bizarre scenarios. Okay, like lightning, even though you are in a building, but your window is open. Okay, there could also be risk of lightning coming in through the window and strike you. There have been cases happened before in Malaysia, I think. Okay, there was a family, they were seeking shelter in a hut, okay, with their cow and goat, because it's suddenly thunderstorm comes and they don't have enough time to go back to their house. So as a result, another tragedy happens. Okay, so yeah, so please stay inside a safe building which is enclosed, okay, which is totally enclosed. Okay, there is a catchy phrase that is being promoted by some scientists. Okay, when thunder roars, okay, go indoors. Okay, so when you hear thunder, stay indoors. Indoor means completely enclosed indoors. Right? Close your doors, close your windows. Right? Okay, never seek shelter from a bus stop. Okay, because the bus stop is not totally enclosed. It is still exposed. It is still open, partially exposed. Right? Okay, so that is about the how we can stay safe from lightning. Okay. All right. I think that is what I have to share with you today. All right. Um, yep. So again, if you would like to listen to us more, if you want more content from us, okay, you can drop a comment in our Facebook channel or our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can just drop a comment there. Okay, if you feel like maybe you want to know more about AI, okay, you want to know more about robots, you want to know more about Industry 4.0, you want to know more about VR, AR, okay, just drop a comment there and for sure we will be planning something for you. In fact, even before you drop your comments there, I think in a few weeks' time, okay, we will be having some DIY workshops on, yeah, I'm not going to tell you what it is. So you just stay tuned to our page, okay? Subscribe to our Facebook page, right? And if you feel like you want to, if you feel like what we have been sharing with you so far is just a bit too surface level, right? You want to know more, you want to go in depth, okay? We also have some workshops, right? At the our Faculty of Engineering, we do have some short courses, okay? You can also sign up, okay? And if you want to know more in depth about the lightning protection standards, all right, you can also sign up, okay? The link is here, okay? Probably later, before the video is uploaded to the YouTube, maybe you can share all these links so that the participant can click on it and navigate, right? So these are the some of the courses that we have at Faculty of Engineering, Multimedia University, right? You want to learn about 5G, right? If you want to learn about 5G, okay, you can come and check it out. Okay, we do have some courses here. If you want to know more about electrical and electronics engineering, okay, PCB design, lightning protection, what is earthing, right? You can also come and join us. You want to know about communications, you want to know about data science, you want to learn how to program, okay, do programming, data learning, and all this, Python. Yep, feel free to join us. VLSI, risk management and workplace, right? Or if you would like to ask me anything, you can also drop me an email. Okay, so I think with that, I end my session today. I hope to see you all again in our upcoming webinars and workshops. If you like this webinar, please smash the like button and help us to share. Thank you.